this. There we go. Pin my message. All right. Looks like we're cooking with fish grease this morning. All right. Come on in and say hello. And for those watching the replay, good morning to you too. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is that you're watching the replay. Good morning. I hope you enjoy the replay of the stream this morning. Sometimes I forget to come in and acknowledge those that are watching the replay, but good morning, everybody. I'm just here. Woo. Thank you. So come on in, say good morning. Ooh, did I leave my other? I do have my other phone here. Okay. We're up early today. Gonna go through some summer stuff. Here we go. So if you can hear me, brother, I think you're on my account. If you can hear me, say hello. Give me a thumbs up. Kind of come on your other account and say first. Okay. There we go. All right. So we're gonna get started this morning. Do some things. Stonehead cabbage. All right. Good morning, Nisi. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So I'm just getting myself ready this morning. I don't think I'm going to sit at the computer this morning. I think I'm going to sit over at the table. Okay, there it is. There you go, brother. Good job. Welcome in. Everybody, welcome in this morning. Have my coffee this morning. If you can hear me, can you let me know that you can hear me? Let me know that you can hear me. I don't think there's anything wrong with I have my mic pinned in a different place this morning, so let me know if it sounds a little sketch this morning. And let me also turn this phone on silent, my other phone. Maybe I should leave the ringer on just in case you guys need to call me. So how's everybody's gardens doing? Brother, are you still, your hydroponics is still going, right? Let me know in the chat. I also want to make sure something else is working. So Chasm mainly chats in the Discord. So make sure you guys go over to the Discord if you haven't already. Is my links working this morning? They do. Perfect. So I know that that works. All right. So you guys, yes, you're going to have to replant though. Them strawberries ain't doing nada. Got to be patient. But yeah, I do suggest you replant them. Just give them another chance because I know you really want the strawberries. I think that you should do your strawberries in their own, try to put them in the smaller system by themselves. That's what I would do if I was you. Try it. So how's every Nisi? Anybody in the chat? Good morning, Pepper Rookie. I think your stuff will be there next Monday as well. I was a little delayed with mailing, so apologies for that. So good morning. We're gonna do like a little review today. My summer started off a little, I don't know. I don't know if I planted my plants late, which I don't feel like I did because the weather was so schizo. But my garden had a late start, so now it's in the process of like, I don't know if we want to call it booming, but just doing all the things right now. Good morning, Donzel. Your garden is stunted because it's so dang on hot. I get it. My garden, The peppers seem to be slower, but the tomatoes are now coming off, and they're coming off in gobbles, is what I want to say. So I don't have time to process them. So I come in, I clean them, and I've been putting them in the freezer. And I'm going to take time, maybe this week or this weekend, to process them. But I'm also in the process of building out 2 more raised beds here. We got one. Thank you, Hair Looking Fire. We got one raised bed completely built. I put cardboard in there yesterday. And the other one, it started raining, so I had to come in. And we have the second one done. Well, almost done. It's halfway done. Almost halfway done, if that's what you want to call it. So maybe next weekend. What is next weekend? Am I here next weekend? Maybe next weekend. I'm going to try to see if I can stream outside, because I'm going to have to put soil in it. And what I'm trying to determine is how much of an investment of the soil do I want to do. So I know I'm going to put cardboard in there, but I'm trying to figure out, am I going to put like some branches, leaves? I'm going to put whatever I can find, because I don't know about anybody else. Soil is expensive. You're still in limbo waiting to get into brassica season. That's why I started my brassicas inside. And some of them, I'll take you over to the hydroponics in a minute, have germinated. My lettuce is slow germinating, which is very, very odd. And I'm trying to determine if it's in limbo, because it's heat rises, and this is the 3rd floor. So let's see. Nisi says my garden did as well, Chas. I feel like I got a slow start, but the weather has been so bad at the beginning of the summer. You're just feeding your soil weekly. So Pepper Rookie, you make a great point there. I want to put in the, like, not regular soil, but like not a high quality raised bed mix, and then I just want to feed it. I don't want to spend all my money in soil, which I think is okay. I think everybody would agree with me that that is okay to do. Um, but yeah, it's really, really weird trying to figure out exactly how I'm gonna fill this raised bed. Um, so I've been saving, I've been eating a lot of tomatoes and cucumbers, just like slicing them up, salt and pepper cucumbers. And when I peel the cucumbers, I've been saving the peels. My mother-in-law has been saving some of her food scraps to kind of throw out in the raised beds as we fill them. So I'm doing that. But this stream, I'm going to relocate in a minute to the other side so you guys kind of see the hydroponics in the background a little bit. But on this stream, we're going to celebrate our wins in the garden. We're going to talk about summing up what the spring summer has done. How you doing, Cameron? Good morning. How are you? We're doing great this morning. We all get up early to talk about gardening, so it's going to be a great day, right? And I'm going to get to go over to my garden. So on the weekend is when I go over to my house to check on my garden. I think I'm going to do a lot of cleaning out today. I don't know if you guys saw my short with the marigolds. I think I decided that last night some of the marigolds are going to go. And I went over Thursday to do it, so we'll do that. And but yeah, how was everybody doing this morning? If you had to, you know, have an MVP, if you had to have an MVP summer, happy birthday. If you had to have an MVP summer plant, what would it be? Drop it in the chat. If you had an MVP summer plant, drop it in the chat. So let me go through some ground rules, because it looks like we have some people in here. We might have some trolls, which I'm hoping my brother's going to remove pretty soon, which I can remove them myself right now. Number 1, this is a PG-13 stream. Number 2, the moderators have the ability to remove you. If you are a troll, you will hit the road jack. Number 3, we love interaction over here. Share your garden stories. Let's be respectful. Hit the thumbs up on your way in so that you don't forget to hit it on your way out. And yeah, let's just have a really good time this morning. I do have the goal up this morning, so we're gonna do a goal. You know that anything that we get on the goals goes into some type of gardening something, whether it's today or tomorrow. So yeah, good morning, EE. Good morning. Facts that can hit your pockets. Hard filling beds depends on how deep they are, and these are very, very deep, Pepper Rookie. Like they are very deep. So I'm not trying to spend my money on some premium quality soil for the beds here, and it's because it's, you know, not that I don't care about the beds here, but this is not my permanent garden. This is kind of for me, kind of temporary. I'll come over and help with this garden next season, but it's not my permanent garden. So I don't want to spend all my money in the garden. And when I did a chat GPT about how much soil it would take, it said like 28 2 cubic feet bags. That's a lot of soil. That's a lot of soil, and that's just for one bed, and I have two of them. Um, then I want to get the posts and some panel to do a trellis in the middle. So yeah, that's a lot. I don't think I'm gonna do hoops. Your Malawan picante peppers were your MVP, still going. Yeah, my MVP of the summer has got to be, I don't know, I can't, I'm trying to determine on if it's the peppers or the tomatoes. I don't know yet. I don't know. My tomatoes are like booming, booming. That raised bed, I must have filled it with some very high quality soil because it's booming. Um, so yeah, that's interesting. So if you're in the chat right now, tell me. And then the other thing I want you to drop in the chat, if you had to sum up your garden, drop one word in the chat that would sum up your garden. Mine would be delayed. My garden is delayed. That's how I'm summing up my garden. It's great, but it's delayed. So we're gonna move around a little bit, but I'm just trying to get my bearings with me this morning, y'all. So this time last year, my garden was, I feel like it was booming the same way it is now, except for I was so happy that everything was still going that it made me late for my fall stuff. So I think that, and I think this time last year we were out there in the enclosure just like counting off peppers. Thank you for all the hearts this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, you recommend finding some tree branches, then cardboard to get up at least 8 inches from the top. I'm gonna try my best. I don't really have a lot of branches where I'm at currently, and I don't want to bring them in the trunk of my car from the other house because I just feel like it might bring bugs. But we'll see. Yeah. Um, your MVP is the bell pepper and your jalapeno plant. So, how many bell peppers are you getting? That's the question for me. Um, because this season, I've gotten more bell peppers than I feel like I've ever gotten. But what makes that so significant for me is that I don't eat bell peppers. I'll cut it up and use it in my cooking, but I won't eat them. I'll pick them out. I only like it for the flavor, if that makes any sense. So, yeah. So, your MVP is the, yeah. And the jalapeno, my jalapenos did great last year. They didn't this year. The marigolds are in the way. So we're gonna, you know, so let's walk through. I'm gonna walk through my top 3 to 4 performing plants this season, right? Number one, if you've seen my garden tour video this week, of the flowers, it's the coleus. The coleus is out of control, and I think I'm gonna cut it back. I don't know what it's gonna look like when I cut it back. I don't know. I think I'm gonna do, yeah, I'll put it on video. I'm gonna cut back the coleus. It's great. And for the marigolds, they're coming out. I love marigolds. They're beautiful. I had enough of them, and jalapenos are valuable now with the recall. Exact. So many recall on food. Lettuce, now jalapenos. Y'all be careful out there. That's the great thing about growing your own food. You know what's in it. So, my biggest flop of the summer was nasturtiums. I tried to plant nasturtiums and I put them in the place and they ended up getting covered up. My melon bed, people could say, was not so great, but I didn't know how the melons were gonna do in general. Good morning, Miss JK. We're just talking about giving my summer garden a report card. Too bad I can't be there to stream today, but if you've been watching the videos, you can kind of have a good, get your hands around what it looks like over there. The raised bed was booming. The green stalks were booming. I've determined that next year I need to plant way more green beans. So one green stalk will be all green beans, all of it, the whole thing, maybe two. And I think I'm gonna put some peppers in one of my green stalks next year too. So the peppers are doing pretty good though. That cayenne pepper bush is doing great. The was it Pequeño yellow is doing great. So I did taste one of those Pequeño yellow peppers. I did. And it wasn't that spicy. I was surprised. So y'all know I don't like spice, but yeah, it wasn't that spicy. So I was pretty impressed with myself, right? Um the what do you call it? Carolina Reaper plant. Now, let me tell you about that. I think the Carolina Reaper plant, because I planted it with seeds from a plant that I had last year, I think it's some type of, it's not the Carolina Reaper plant because it doesn't have the stingers. Your peppers were slow this season, disappointed. Um, it's because it's been so hot, I think. You just dropped lima beans and blue lake green beans. I love the blue lake green beans. And I am waiting for my order of beans to arrive because I actually ran out of bush beans. I did not put my pole beans on that trellis, and I probably should have instead of the cucumbers because I simply, when I pick my green beans, um, I feel like I didn't have enough. So I don't get to store any green beans this season. Not only that, I think I had a lot of green beans, and I think when my grandmother came up, I think she ate them. So the biggest harvest of green beans my grandmother got and ate. Okay, and I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that at all. Good morning, Jamia. How are you? You should have a package any day now, Jamia. Any day now. Maybe Monday at the latest. Um, but yeah, so if Jamie, I know you're running a little late into the stream, you dropped a whole pack. That's what I normally do. I go through a whole pack of green bean seeds at one time, right? I just, I want all of them. I want all the beans, right? So Jamie, if you had summer one word for your summer garden, how would you describe your summer garden in one word? So mine was delayed but great, right? One word. So I broke my own rule. It's more than one word. Um, and then tell me what your MVP plan is for the summer, right? Let me see. And yeah, I saw your email. Luckily for me, I'll be there on Monday. It says it's gonna get there on Monday. I'll be there Monday to pick it up. So I work in the office on Monday, so I'll be there to pick it up. Thank you so much, Pepper. I can't wait to try it. So yeah, we are going to. All right. So let's talk about this, right? How many summers have you been gardening? This is like my, let's see, seventh or eighth summer gardening on my own, and that goes from small garden all the way up to where my garden is now, right? So how many summers have you been gardening all the way through? And if you had to grade yourself, what would you grade yourself? So that's what I'm kind of trying to do now. So when people, this is your fifth summer, when people come in and they see your videos and what your garden looks like, they say it's great. So that's from your perspective. So I'm trying to think of what it looks like in my eyes. I wouldn't give like my garden like an A plus this summer. It's great and it's changing. And I think the reason why I wouldn't give it an A plus this summer is because I had so many new gardening tools and things to use. Like this was my first summer doing the raised bed. This was my first summer doing the green stalks, and even seeing how they grow, I would do things differently next year, right? So Yeah, there. I've grown in grow bags before. I like it. I'll continue to do that. But like, I'm just trying to gauge by level of experience. How, excuse me, how long you've been gardening. Yeah, it's hard during the summer down there where you guys are. Um, Jamia, Pepper Rookie, do you guys cover your gardens with shade cloth? Because I would imagine where you live at, you need it. I would imagine. So, but yeah, let me go through. We got 15. Okay. So, what was your best performing crop this summer? Um, Let me know if you haven't taken the poll. Take the poll now, um, and then I will show you what everyone says. So it's a tie. If you put something else, right? Tell me what your something else is, so that I'll know. You have a huge oak tree canopy. Okay. Do you usually have an issue at any particular season with that tree shading anything? Let me know. So let's end this poll. If you wrote something else, tell me what your something else is. So, did I end the poll? Did the results come up? There we go. Okay. So 40% of you said peppers, 40% of you said something else, 20% says tomatoes, 0% says cucumbers. I'm tired of cucumbers, y'all. I have a bunch of them. I need to put them in salt water and make some refrigerated pickles. I've been eating cucumbers every day. I'm going to look like a cucumber pretty soon. Okra and beans. This was not my best season for okra. I might have got only one bush did it. You guys know that the groundhog or whatever pest came in and ate my seedlings, and then only one survived. And with me being back and forth, I just didn't have time to plant more. Definitely hard to grow melons. Pepper Rookie, are you in the watermelon wars? I'm not this year, but I think one year I'm going to try it. I need to be consistently at my home one summer to try watermelon wars because I'm very competitive and I just want to have the best watermelon ever. You were? Was? That's past tense. You're not in it anymore? Did you guys already have to do the weigh-ins? Let me know. So, what I believe is we should all celebrate our wins for our gardens, right? Let's not talk about what didn't do so well. Let's talk about what did do well, right? And oh, that's that's heartbreaking. Pepper Ricky says he was in watermelon wars until the squirrels took him out. That has to be maddening. Like, I have no words. The squirrels, they're like, those little critters, they just gotta go. And I broke my BB pew pew this season. So now I got to get another one to sit out there and mess with the squirrels. So, is there any plant in your gardens that you didn't expect to do well but did really well? I'm going to say the zinnias, oak trees, and squirrels. Well, they do like the trees and they probably planting the little things everywhere. Your cucumbers just haven't produced fruit that much. Come get mine, okay? Nisi said her cucumbers didn't do well. Come over to my house and have yourself a picking. Today, though, the cucumbers are coming out. I decided. And I'm going to prep that whole space, going to bring back the straw, fertilize it. I might even go pick up some compost and then put the straw back just to get it ready for brassicas. I'm going to show you, let me scooch over here. I don't want to roll because I don't want to wake anybody up downstairs. But I'm going to show you guys. Remember we did the hydroponics? I'm going to show you. Your banana peppers did well. Let me show you. All right. So I'm going to get right down on the floor with you guys here. Right? Same. Cukes and potatoes fell, hoping for sweet potatoes do something. I hope so too. So I don't know if you can kind of see this, right? So let me try to tilt you. But I'm going to raise this light right here. All right, let's try this. So, can you guys see that? Look at that. The broccoli is already coming up. And I think I dropped too many seeds. Again, I'm guilty of that. And then here, I'll take this dome off pretty soon. And so I think I've gotten germination in every single one except for that back one back there. But we'll be taking, thank you. This one is named after my grandmother. See that? But we've gotten some great germination from the A-Hope. I think Calvin was asking what system we like best. Mine is the A-Hope. So this is the Waltham broccoli. Then I got some, what's back here? Some Long Island Brussels. Those came up. One of the broccolis did not. That's what didn't come up. I got some Stonehead cabbage, some Golden Acre cabbages here. And what else? This is some, yeah, all cabbages, broccoli. I don't have any collard greens, so that's what's going to go in one of the other systems. So I'll probably put this system in action a little bit later on stream. And then here, you can't really see it. Let me pull this up. Sorry, let me move the camera so that it doesn't blind you guys. But you can kind of see down in there, the lettuces are coming. But for some reason, they're slow. Look, we got poor germination here. Very, very poor, right? Very poor. So there's where we are with the hydroponics. Let me push this light back down. Push the light down. I don't want to push it down too much. I don't want to burn the leaves here. But these ones, most of these will go in the garden over here, because that means I don't have to drive back and forth. I'll also show you what else I did, right? Preparing. So this is going to be more of what we talk about on tomorrow's stream. Howdy, Unique. Unique, I saw what you tagged me in. Yo, your marigolds, those roots are insane. So much that I think I'm going to pull my marigolds out today, or some of them. You made it. Mama, I made it. But yeah, so let's come over here and chat a little bit. Actually, no, we'll go back to the computer because I think I want to research some stuff while we're on stream. And I might even freeze my videos and kind of show you on screen because I feel kind of weird. It feels weird talking about my garden and not being in my garden. And then, like I said, hopefully we get the garden beds together here so that I can go outside with you guys here when we start. Yes, Unique has it popping. You hear me? So let me find, I want everybody to see what Unique is doing. I'm going to try to pull up her channel and drop it in the chat. Unique is doing, she's pushing all the limits, right? All the limits. And I'm like, look at you, Shantae. You up early. Grand Rising, Shantae. Let me find Unique's. I want y'all to check her out. She's pushing all the limits with the space that she has. And I'm pretty sure she hasn't planned out the entire space because that would be a lot to take care of. But y'all go and check out Unique's. And if you're not subbed over there, you should, because she's got a lot of stuff going on over there. You know, why is this not? Here we go. So yeah. Oh, saying good morning. Good morning. Thanks, y'all. Finally have room to grow. Shantae and Shantae got a lot going on. Shantae had to do some restructuring of her garden, which I admire. I'm gonna do that too, right? So I like watching Shantae's video. I think it's Shantae. I'm gonna say this, and I hope it doesn't sound weird. I think it's your accent. It tickles me when I watch you in your garden videos because you just keep it real, like how it really is. But yeah, you can get lost in Unique's GreenStalks, and then you have to see her in the backyard. So like Pepper Rookie, you're right. her garden is like some gardener's dream, right? You just go back there and it's so much to look at. One word for the garden: fall. Best crop: Cushaw. I think the Cushaw squash is the one that grows super duper big, and I think I saw it in one of your videos, and I determined that that might not be the squash that I should grow. Might not. Because y'all know how I feel about these vining vegetables all over the place, and I need control over everything, and I feel like the Cushaw would make me lose all the control. It would, right? So yeah. Um that's uh Shantae, did you finally pull one of those squash out? I was just wondering. So I was wondering if you did like how Mike said, which was pull the squash at different stages to see how they taste. Cushaw, yes, I know Cushaw is Brooke's go-to crop, right? But yeah. So are you saying that's your dream, Unique, or that's everybody's dream? Chad from Down Home Backyard Garden grows Cushaw squash. It looks very interesting. I want to try. That's the one that tastes like. Is that the one where he described tastes like heaven? No, that's the fruit. But I think he said it has hints of sweet potatoes. You have not, and they're super huge. I have a question. Will diatomaceous earth help take out grubs in your soil? It should. You're just gonna plant it. I mean, like sprinkle it in your soil and mix it in. It should. Or I can't think of the name off the top of my head. If you have a lot of grubs in your soil, though, try, try, try. This is gonna sound weird, Jamie. Try feeding them with food scraps to keep them from eating your plants. So go in your kitchen whenever you're cooking, take all your food scraps, toss them, and mix them in with your soil. Because grubs are actually not that bad for your soil. I had them all at once, and how I got rid of them. I don't know if you guys remember when I cut down my pepper bushes last season. What I did was I did a chop and drop of those bushes, and I mixed them in with my soil as compost. And I noticed that this season my grubs weren't bad because I gave them something else to eat that wasn't my plants. So they feasted on that, and it pretty much composted into the soil, which made my soil very much rich. So we got some people coming in this morning. Salon Diva, good morning. How are you? Did I see somebody? Nancy, good morning. How are you? I think I already spoke to you, Unique. So yeah. Good morning. Is it Kizzy this morning, or is it Des? I think it's Kizzy. Good morning. How are you, Kizzy? I hope you're enjoying the hydroponics videos. If you have any questions, you know where to reach me. Okay? So yeah, try before you drop anything in your soil, try feeding them food scraps. If you have gotten rid of any of your plants that are spent, put them back. Yeah, put them back into the soil, because I noticed that in my enclosure that made a huge difference this season. So I tried it last season because everybody kept telling me to not get rid of leave the grubs. I didn't want to toss like a whole bunch of chemicals in my soil. So when I did that chop and drop of my pepper bushes and stuff right into the soil, and I let it sit all winter, all the way into the spring and stuff, it fed the soil, and it worked. How you doing, Nitro? How are you? Mr. Green Hands, welcome in, welcome in. Hit the like button on your way in, so that you don't forget on your way out. Um, Also, I think the only one on with us this morning is Rich. So shout out to my moderating team. They are great. If they're not in the chat, they're probably in the bushes or sleep, right? Because they get breaks. I know Fortune was here earlier. She was on before I even woke up this morning, I think. Um, CCC, she drops in. So yeah. So good morning, everybody. Dropping in some of these moderators. That reminds me, I need to make one for Chanel. because Chanel has some great pictures going over there on her channel, right? So now we're going to talk about some things that underperformed in your garden. Um, Pepper Rookie, your watermelons underperformed, but that was because of an outside source, which was the squirrels. What underperformed in my garden? My okra underperformed because the squirrels ate it. My habaneros that I usually have every single year underperformed. I was very upset about that. You got you got early, but it's thundering, no rain. You need to be outside working. Be careful out there. Hit that like button, show some love. Appreciate you, Nancy. Um, and then let's see what else underperformed. I didn't have as much pest pressure in my garden, knock on wood. So I'm happy about that. And one pest that I saw a lot more of this season that I've never seen before are the earwigs, which I heard as long as they don't come in big swarms are good, right? If you could put a bed of compost bucket in your bed, it will draw the grubs and worms to break down food waste for your own compost. Exactly. Um, you mean like put one of those buckets that has holes, bury it in your garden, Pepper Rookie? Because I actually thought about doing that in the raised bed. Now I haven't seen any grubs in the raised bed, but hey, it could happen, right? It could definitely happen. Um, so yeah, try that, Jamie, and hopefully it works, right? So I'm gonna try a compost bucket in the raised bed over here. You have so many grubs like everywhere. Do you drop like food scraps inside your garden, Kizzy? Cause it bothered me. You have 15-gallon drums in ya. Whoa, that's a lot. They are eating everything. Okay. Yeah, grubs, they could be very detrimental, but they also help break down stuff in your soil. Get a skunk for the grubs. You know, Unique, we caught a skunk. I was like, no way. Who is gonna come get this skunk? Because not me. But your okra and tomatoes are underperforming at the moment. The ants got on your nerves on. So, Pepper Rookie, do you grow okra? I don't think you do. But I know you do, Jamie. When do you have ants? And if you do, what do you do about it? Because I have ants. She says, um, you haven't bought compost in 2 years. You and your skunk have an understanding. So you mean like you go outside when the skunk is outside? So you say you don't do okra. You hydrate, yes, even indoors you need to. Yes. I have coffee and I have water, brother. I'm hydrating with coffee this morning because I had a long night. Brother, you went to sleep on me last night. It was something I wanted you to do. Just thought I would say it. No ants near your okra. Whoa. Skunks seem so friendly. No, thank you. No, thank you. So, Unique, I need you to explain to me what you meant by you and your skunk have an understanding. I know skunks like stuff in the soil. Kizzy, I'm not telling you to go seek out a skunk. What I'm telling you to do is drop some compost or whatever in your bed. You juice carrots this morning and apples. No thanks to the skunk. No thanks here either. So check it out, right? What's one thing that completely caught you off guard this summer in your garden? Yes, I did. The bedtime of social battery dies around 8ish. So sad. So sad. I don't like skunks. Don't be like, oh no, we can't be like Mike. Listen. Okay, so Nancy's saying for the ants, a small glass jar, you put it in cotton balls with paste of borax and powdered sugar, and then put the top on wholesale. holes poked through layout on its side. You've been spraying the ants off or using neem. Okay. So yeah, I'm usually a neem oil user, or I've been blasting them with water, but they're all on my okra and I hate it. Um, hey, that's my art. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. So, um, we've been talking about the grubs, right? Are there any other pests that came up in your summer garden that you just didn't know how to get rid of? For Kidsy, it's the grubs. For me, it's the ants, and I think it's these earwigs. I've seen more. You know what? No, I take that back. The cucumber beetle. The reason why I have to pull out my cucumbers is because the cucumber beetle came in. The cucumber beetle and the lanternfly bugs have demolished everything. So one thing I'm gonna show on video, you know that grapevine that was in the back, like grabbing everything? My neighbors cut back their grapevine completely. I mean, it's basically like gone, which is crazy work because it was producing so much. So since they cut out their grapevine, the spots that I saw them, I'm gonna I'm gonna help them finish taking it out, basically. Yes, cucumbers, beetles are crazy here. Sounds like squash needs to be covered. Yep. You feed the rabbits, squirrels, skunks, raccoons, birds, section all off in one area. You also planted them their own garden. That is so nice. I would never. But I mean, I think you have enough space to do that. So when do they ever visit your other garden that you did not plant for them? That is the question. Unique, you might be taking a look. Yeah, the grapevine is I saw it on Thursday. I was like, it looked different back here. It looks different back here. Um, 1 second. I'm just trying to do something really quick for you guys. Okay, there we go. You don't know anyone that's ever gotten sprayed by a skunk? It's a myth. You know what, brother? I'm not trying to find out. The leaf-footed bug. Knock on wood, I've never seen a leaf-footed bug in my garden in my life. And if I did, I don't know what it is. Hey, Chanel, good morning. Good morning. The rabbits will clean up after you when you just drop the leaves. I don't know. It's a miniature Jurassic Park in your garden with all the lizards. I don't have any crawling bugs. Lizards? No, thank you. Good morning, Calamity Jane. Good morning, good morning. Thank everybody for coming in. Make sure you tap the like button on your way in. No, I don't think I'm gonna be feeding all those other things. Um, so yeah, let me just say, if you watch my videos, I'm gonna put a poll up. If you had to grade my garden based off of what you say, what would it be? A, B, C, D. You know what? I'm not even gonna put B plus, B minus. I'm not going past a C because I don't think my garden will ever be below that. So let's see. You're gonna ask your neighbor if you can have a small guava tree that's growing in their front yard. It had a baby tree. That's exciting. That's very, very exciting. Uh, you have lizards too, but they don't. I don't like lizards. I don't like that they move so fast. No, thank you. The mosquitoes are keeping you out of the garden this week. Clouds of them every step you take. Are you wearing long sleeves? So I started wearing long sleeves in my garden because those mosquitoes be tearing me up. Like that one day I was wearing short sleeves was enough to teach me to not go out there in um, short sleeves again. We've had so much rain, and with those buckets of water out there, yeah, no, no. The mosquitoes tear me up. So I wear pants and long sleeves in my garden. Uh, Sweating my behind off, but pants it is, right? So, gardening review, a volunteer plant that you may have had that's like thrived. My volunteer plant that thrived was that tomato, what does it call it? The tomato that everyone loves. I don't remember the name of it. Long pants, long sleeves. I cannot. Mosquitoes don't care about clothes in Florida. They eat through. Y'all getting ate through your clothes over there? I don't either. Anything that moves like that. But I don't know how to get rid of lizards. Uh, Same here. Long pants, long sleeves, long pants, and broke down using deep woods off. I have a slow moving creek. Oh, volunteer plant, your pink amaranth. That's nice. That's like a spinach, right? But you got to get a lot of it to have a good meal. What is this sing hello thing? I can't see it on my phone. Lizards are your garden security? Oh no, thank you. Those lizards, yeah. So, let's think about some. Let's diagnose some things, and I'm gonna tell you what I did. Right, over planning can cause crowding in your garden. Right, my cucumbers, I feel like were overcrowded. Either that, or I didn't prune, as well as those tomatoes. Now, here's one lesson that I learned that I'll never do again. One lesson that I'll never do again is I will never plant a tomato in that raised beds. And if I do, it'll only be one. Let's see. Volunteer that Thrive was your muscadine. You transplanted it from the yard into a pot. That's great. Are you containing it? Similar, but the bugs ate that instead of everything else. Trap crop. Okay. Your volunteer beans are doing great. How do you have volunteer beans? You mean like you didn't pick them and they just self-seeded? For the mosquito, you built a small fire for the smoke control. Oh, so I don't think I could build a fire. So where I live, I don't think that I'm allowed to build like fires in the backyard. Not build, yeah, I don't know. You will never. I tried to tell you, Kizzy, I will never plant another yellow pear tomato plant. I tried to tell you, those things are nasty. Nasty. Your muscadine is a crop cage now. Okay. We do okay with tomatoes in the raised bed, but the heat in Texas did more of those than anything. Okay. You need to increase your planting. I haven't been maximizing bag space. So Pepper Rookie, when you plant more stuff in your raised bed, just be careful. Don't be like me. Oh, do it in a barbecue grill. Okay. Yeah, we don't have any coal grills, but yeah, that's a good idea. You love yellow pear tomatoes? Why? They don't have any taste whatsoever. Your volunteer comfrey is moved from one bed to another because you move dirt from one bed to another. But comfrey is good. I have one comfrey plant, and when I looked at it Thursday, it looks great. Only thing I'm curious is I'm waiting for it to put out a flower, right? So yeah, I'm waiting for it to put out a flower. I want more comfrey plants. I think I'm gonna put one comfrey plant in each section of the garden and pray that it doesn't take over everything. The yellow pear tomato are not good to you. Jamie, you might be the only one that likes yellow pear. No, two of you, because Shelly likes the yellow pear tomato too. You really need to start some, Comfrey. Yeah, I'm hoping to get you pull your pear tomato out. I pulled that yellow gooseberry tomato plant. It hit the road. I pulled it out. It was nasty. Flavorless is what it was. Flavorless. I hated it. Your family likes them too? Y'all are one of a kind. A one of a kind family, because I don't like those. I don't like those. Um, so is there any plant in your garden? It doesn't spread, it just always comes back. Good to know. Um, so make sure you put it where you want it. Okay. Email you if you want any comfrey seeds. I think Chanel sent me some comfrey seeds. So everybody in the chat, if you want some comfrey seeds, reach out to Unique. You're sick of the super sweet 100 cherry tomatoes. Okay. Good morning, TFP. I wish you have a very great day on purpose as well. Hopefully I get to see you later in your stream. JC, Calamity Jane, look, we're all crawling out of the bed, except for it was hard to get out of bed this morning. Your comfrey had a seed that dropped, and now you have a new plant, but you did save some seeds. That's great. Jamia, you like those zebra tomatoes? Because I don't like those either. I don't know if maybe I grew them wrong, but they're so hollow. They're not juicy at all. Have you had any of those zebra tomatoes? So yeah, that's one plant that I know I'll never grow again. She says send her all of the super sweet 100s. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I mean all these tomato plants. All right. Now that we're talking about plants that will never, put some more plants in the chat of plants that you grew that you'll never grow again. I have a few. The zebra tomato plant, I'll never grow it again. Yellow pear tomato plant, I'll never grow it again. The purple Carolina Reaper, I'll never grow it again. It got to be a tree that was taller than me. No, thank you. What else? It's a few things. Yellow gooseberry tomato plant, I'll never grow it again. Good morning, Farmer Chats and chat friends. Oh, just popping in to say hello. Have a great presentation, and you have an amazing day on purpose as well, Shelly. Shelly came in before her presentation. I didn't expect to see you here today, ma'am. So yeah, enjoy your day. So yeah, some plants that you will never, it was something else that I'll never grow again. I'll never grow the lemon cucumber again. I'll never grow it again. So as I'm gardening and I try things, every black, was it Truffalo tomato? You didn't appreciate that one? Okay. The only thing that you didn't like was the rocket lettuce. That's like the same thing as arugula. I grew it once, tasted it, will also never grow it again. But yeah, with time and all these years of gardening, you love lemon cucumbers. Tell me why. I don't love lemon cucumbers. I don't love them. I do love, you would never grow po. For some reason, that's my art. I feel like I can hear you say it. I will never grow those beans again. Never. Which variety you have, moringa? Will you grow it again? Will you grow moringa again? I don't think I'll grow moringa. You love cucumbers and you put the lemon cucumbers in your water. Okay. Sweet alyssum in a small space. The scent is so strong for your autistic nose. Oh, is it really sweet? I have alyssum and I've never grown it. Do I have alyssum? I want to try it next year. Are those the ones with the little white flowers? Eggplants. You realize last year after having tons of eggplants that you don't really like it. See, that's the thing. If I grow eggplant, it's not for me. It's for other people that eat eggplant because I don't eat eggplant either. So if I grow an eggplant, to be sure, it's not for me. So yeah. Uh, you haven't been successful at lemon cucumbers yet. We'll see if it makes it. Pepper Rookie, you're never doing eggplant again. Why won't I grow what again? Nichols, I got a little. It spreads really easily too. Yes, little white flowers. You won't grow eggplants unless it's for someone else. Hey, yeah. Um, those Rutgers tomatoes, I'll never grow them again unless I have a proper trellis or cage for them to grow up on. Jamia. So Nisi grew lemon cucumbers, but last season, but this season was a bust. You ever notice that tiny teaspoon tomato? What are those? Tiny teaspoon tomatoes, moringa. I've never grown moringa. What are tiny? Sorry, y'all. That is intriguing. I want to know what tiny teaspoon tomato. I'm gonna look it up. Tiny teaspoon tomatoes. What do those look like? I want to see the images. Oh, look at this, y'all. They look like it's a lot of them on there. That's a lot. I'm trying to pull up. Can y'all see this? Is that what you grew? Wow. You grew Rutgers last year. They were prolific too. Yeah, I don't think that I want those again. Not that I don't like tomatoes. So if you grew the you grew the Rutgers tomatoes. What did you use them in? I'm thinking I might try to use them in sauce, but they might be too watery. Why everything that you don't really care about grows so good, but everything that you don't really want don't do as well. I don't know how it does that. So are they prolific, Shantae? Like you just pull a lot, like a whole string of them off? Hmm. You Nitro, Shantae, you grew tiny yellow currant tomatoes, not worth the work. Oh, listen. Um, so what I'm trying to do, and tell me if you think this is gonna work. What I'm about to say might sound a little crazy. I'm trying to develop a taste for certain peppers. I would like to eat some peppers, right? I would like to, but number one, I don't eat really spicy stuff. I don't. Now, those yellow piquino peppers, I tasted them because Pepper Rookie said that they were less hot than a jalapeno, and I do eat jalapenos from time to time. So yeah, it takes a lot of time to get them all. Then maybe I won't be growing that. Good morning, Gwen. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. You believe Baker Creek had those tiny teaspoons? Hmm. Maybe I'll try it. So let's talk about this for those of you that are gardening. Talk about anything that defied the rules, the plants that shouldn't have worked but didn't. That shouldn't have worked but did. So the plants that shouldn't have worked but did for me, um, Chanel, I don't even know why I'm surprised. So she wants to know what the lemon cucumber tastes like. I think they taste like cucumbers, but um, I think that the reason why they're called lemon cucumbers is because of how they look. I do know that they have like the little more pricklies than usual. So yeah, you're gonna send me some Malawan picante. Is that like is it like hot? Cause look, I can't be over here sweating from trying to eat my food. But if it's so, confession, I will eat spicy stuff if it's pleasing to my taste, and I will bear with it as long as I have like water or whatever, you know. Can you pickle lemon cucumbers? I don't know. That's a great question. It's a great question. You've heard that the yellow cucumber has lots of huge seeds. The seeds are fairly big. Yeah, they're below jalapeno. Okay, so yeah, I probably would eat those and enjoy them. They tasted so refreshing. You guys make some of these foods sound so good. You make them sound so good, right? So, how many of you? Good morning, Meredith, aka Peach. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, Salon Diva. Just like I thought, they taste like regular cucumbers, right? Regular cucumbers. Let me end this poll. So most of you, who gave me a C? I'm Why did you give me a C? I just need you to explain. Is it because of the overcrowding? So if I had to rate my garden this year, you guys rated it, 60% of you said a A. I would rate it a B minus. Let me tell you why. So we're grading summer gardens. If you had to grade your garden, drop it in the chat. Grade your garden. Tell me what you would grade it. If I had to grade my garden, it would be a B minus. I'll tell you why. B minus because I either overwatered or underwatered, right? A D, Peach? Why? Your garden looks great. You want to try one jalapeno plant, but you're the only one that eats them. If you're the only one that eats them, you only need one. A D? Explain to me, you don't see other gardens' problems. Yours is a C. So if I had to rate mine, it would be a B minus. Because number one thing I did this year, even though it doesn't seem like it, that I did better than last year, was spacing out the plants in my enclosure a lot better, right? A lot better. And I feel like I'm seeing all the grades in the chat. I feel like we're a lot harder on ourselves than what we need to be because we are growing things. So I don't think anybody should be below a C, right? C plus. Pepperwork is a C plus. Chanel's a B. Jamie is a C. That's my art B minus. Shantae C minus. Let me see. Lack of planning. That'll do it to you. So we're talking about lack of planning in gardening. That just means that we need to do a whole lot of planning for the fall. If you're doing a fall garden, give me a thumbs up in the chat or something. Let me know what you're doing. You're grading yourself as a gardener, your gardening knowledge, you're giving yourself a B. Okay, okay. Um, and another reason why I'm a B minus is I'm starting to learn how to grow in different mediums, right? So that's right, Unique. They are too hard on themselves. Number one, I have to learn. Unique is pushing all the limits in her GreenStalk. I want to push some limits. So for the fall, I'm going to push some limits and I'm going to have a. You thought you were. Yeah, you are rating your garden. What are you rating your garden? B. Nisi says a B minus or C because everything is stunning. So, Nisi, that's not your fault. That is the environment and atmosphere's fault. So, if you're rating your garden, okay, rate yourself as a gardener because I think that that's where we're having some plants don't want you to be great. Them damn green beans. Cue Rick Ross every day. Listen, pushing all the limits. Um, you rate your garden as a D because it's nowhere near as productive as it needs to be. It needs to be enlarged and you need to do a better job of choosing your plants. That's a great observation, right? Cabbages, collards, the first year kale, and kohlrabi. Fall garden on its way. My fall garden is on its way based on these hydroponics in here. But other than that, no. In terms of the fall garden and the green stalks, the only thing that I have in there that I want to take take through the fall are carrots. So carrots have, now that I know that they'll come up, I'm going to go back and plant more carrots in the GreenStalk because I can cover it, because it's a root crop. I could take it through the fall and even some cold. Carrots love when some cold get to it. As a gardener, B plus, room for improvement. Good morning, Four Seasons. You spent all of December planning out most of your green stalks for the summer. See, like, yeah, I have to do that. My corn flop. I planted the wrong type of seeds. You know what? Maybe I'll come back and give myself a seed because I planted the wrong type of corn. I didn't put the green beans in the right place. Some fall gardening planned. Same here. What else? So my fall garden, cabbages, carrots, so root veggies. I'm gonna plant out some turnips. I'm gonna plant out some mustards. Because mustards grow so quickly, that'll be some of the last plants that I'll plant. Turnips, I'm gonna be a little bit earlier because I want the root off of the turnips. Shantae says it might be a late fall garden, too hot. Gotcha. Well, you're in Texas, but see, you guys don't get like, well, last year was a different phenomenon, but you guys don't really get the cold like most of us. You have all the greens, cabbages, turnips, carrots, tomatoes, and hydroponics. So yeah, and speaking of hydroponics, I am gonna run my hydroponics through the wintertime to give me some of those summer-like crops. So I'm gonna put the quick snack cucumber in the hydroponics. It's gonna have its own hydroponics. That's a lesson that I learned last year. I'm gonna put some dwarf tomatoes in one green stalk. Lesson that I learned last year. Don't combine them all. I'm gonna grow plenty of lettuce. What else can I put in my green? I am gonna have some kale inside as well. Crooked Peach. Oh, you're back on your other name now. Okay. But I gotta say this, I'm gonna give myself an A plus on seeing the parallels between plant health and human biological health. There you go. That's a plus. That's a plus. Removing all the soil outside except the lettuce. Okay. Okay. All right, Salon Diva. Have a great day on purpose. Cabbage, kales, mustards, collard greens, kohlrabi, tomatoes, peppers, onions, garlics, and you name it. There you go, Jamia, because why not? You're watching those and learning. Listen, you know who else, Kizzy, who else can help you out a whole lot with the hydroponics? Not really sure that she's going to have too much time. Oh, you're on both. Hey, I thank you for both. Jacqueline, right? Jacqueline and Unique, if you have, I know you have Uniques, but they have amazing hydroponic systems and they're growing all the things. So I'm hoping to, I was learning the hydroponics this season. It was my first time last winter using the hydroponics. So because I have learned some things, I kind of know what to and not to do. You want the purple greens. I'm going to grow the miniature purple pak choi, right? I'm going to try to make me some of those, what are those soups? Growing all the leafy greens, brassicas, lettuce, kale inside. Okay. You're going to try lettuce again inside or outside? You've been growing in hydroponics since 2018? That's wonderful. Unique. What are some of the things that you grow in your hydroponics that's not pushing the limit, that are like staples that you'll grow all the time? All the time. So we're going to get one of the other hydroponics started here, which means I need to move some around. We're going to finish up our topic for today, which is grading our, you still need to learn about deep water growing now. Okay. Oh, Peach, you don't have any hydroponics? You have to explain your house before you can try hydroponics. I get it. I get it. Yeah, contact Unique and Four Seasons. They are great at hydroponics. That's just the name. There are a lot of them out there. Mike too, GT Jr. All of those people do hydroponics, right? So let's do a takeaway list. Lettuce is only in the hydroponics. Okay. Okay, okay. Let me restart this goal. See if we can, all the colors, timer. We're going to do an hour. Okay. So let's do a summer takeaway, right? Summer takeaway of what happened in our summer garden. Summer takeaway. So you guys know I've never grown in a raised bed before. And I only have one. Well, now I have three because there's two here, one at the other house, right? Takeaways. In a raised bed, and you guys told me this, right? Watch for the sun and then don't overplant it, because just because there's empty space when you plant doesn't mean that you should plant something there. So because there was so much empty space, I just went in and dropped a whole bunch of seeds, right? I dropped green beans. I put a whole bunch of cucumbers in there, which took over. I had 2 tomato plants. I had basil. I had patty pan squash. There was too much in that raised bed. The patty pan squash came out first. The squash vine borer, it got me, right? It got me. So yeah, you probably need to upgrade and get a new hydro system. Your 2000 Aero garden is looking kind of small. Listen, I'm here for it. Get all the hydroponics, right? I am partial to the A-Hope garden. I think, oh, thank you, Peach. Look at that. Look. So we got a super chat today. Thank you, Peach. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you a lot. Appreciate it. Let me heart. You know, I could do it here. I love that for me today. But yeah, Peach, you should try hydroponics. I think I'm going to email you about the hydroponics. I think I have a solution if you're willing. It'll happen when it happens, right? So in my raised bed, planted too much. We'll never do that again. Got by the squash vine borer. I put too much in that raised bed. That was a takeaway from this season. Now, here's the thing. We got the too much in that raised bed, but is it different for the fall, right? I want to put carrots. I want to plant some beets over here because I think she eats beets. She is mother-in-law. We're going to put some kale out there. I'm going to put some cabbages, some collard greens, right? How much is too much, right? In terms of square feet. Oh, look at there. Appreciate it. We're hitting the goals today. I do have a solution, Peach. I'm going to email you. I don't want to say it on stream. Thank you, Unique. Crack key. Yeah, so here's the thing. The crack key method. If my hydroponic system named Shelly had not been leaking, I would have tried to use that as somewhat of a crack key method. But because it was leaking water, I couldn't even salvage it for that. And I couldn't figure out where the leak was coming from. Right? So thank you. Thank you, Unique. I love that for me too. Yes, I have a solution for you. So crack key method, might try it this winter, right? After the stream, I got you, Peach. We're gonna hook up the. I have a solution. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you, Nichols. Thank you. You guys are great, right? So, so we're going down to Grandma's. So because you're here, you'll hear it here first. I'm hoping by the time I gets there, I'm hoping that by the time I gets there, the GreenStalk is there. So we're getting her, and then Grandma's house. We love that for me. We love that. You grew okra in a mason jar using the crack key method. What okra was it? The Bubba okra? Because I gotta get some. When I went to that, was it Burpee? Maybe I'm slow, but I couldn't. I think it's the Bubba. I need seeds. So let me write a note. I need to get the Bubba okra seeds. Is that the one? The miniature one? Let me know. So yeah, I might get 100% of the gold today. We need 2 more. Will there be another? Okay. So, uh, you grew, okay. Pepper Rookie got a short video. Okay, I'll look at it. You grew a regular okra. That's what I'm talking about. Pushing all the limits, right? Pushing all the limits. Okay. So let me wrap up the whole thing of baby Bubba okra. That's what they're called, baby Bubba okra. That's right. You push it to the limit. Um, the one. So I'm gonna say the number one lesson I learned this summer. I learned better was about the raised beds and overcrowding. I didn't know any better, but now I know, and I know not to do it this year. So I'm gonna start in the fall and do that. Another lesson that I learned in growing in green stalks is spacing the pockets out. Look at that. I will give her a hug from you guys. Look at that. Thank you, Nichols. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You guys are great this morning. You got me like on cloud nine. My daughter's going to hear this horn and come up here and hit this horn for you guys. Um, so thank you, Nichols. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Money in the chat. We love that over here. We love that. This is a booming stream this morning. I appreciate it. So also make sure you're hitting the thumbs up. Make sure everybody is seeing it and everything like that, right? So we learned about crowding. If you have a green stalk, we also, another thing that I learned is I need to be more available to my garden, meaning I can't keep leap. Oh, look at that. We hit the goal. Oh, I think it. I don't mind you being a copycat. We love that over here. We love every little copycat. Oh, we hit the goal. Appreciated it. We hit the goal this morning. Appreciate it. Everybody, you guys are great. I'm almost speechless, but I gotta finish this stream and we have a little bit more to go, and I gotta set up this other hydroponic system with you guys. So, right, if you have a green stalk, I have to watch more videos on how you're planting so that one plant isn't crowding the other plant. So I watched some green stalk videos. I've been watching Unique's videos. I've been watching how they put their peppers in. And so for the fall, I don't think I have that much of a problem because I think I could put greens in all the pockets if I want to. So I was talking to somebody else and I said, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have one tier that's all, one tier that's all carrots, one tier that has a mixture of maybe like some collard greens, because y'all know collard greens can get big. Now, because it's in a container, it's not going to get as big inside the green stalk. So I think like the dwarf kales can go in pockets. So I got to learn the spacing on the green stalk. So we're all learning. The other thing is the green stalks won't be inside this winter. Those gnats took me out last year. How many of y'all remember me evicting the green stalk last year? It was too much because once those gnats came in, it almost drove me crazy. I couldn't take it. So the only thing I can say about that, if I put a green stalk inside, it's going to be a couple tiers and maybe the leaf planters. You were thinking kohlrabi in the green stalk. If you grow kohlrabi in the green stalk, talk to Texas. Yeah. If you grow kohlrabi in the green stalk, how many are you putting in each pocket? I'm assuming only one. Only one. Oh, extra. I love that, Shantae. I love all the love. I love you guys too. I love you guys too. Y'all y'all are just amazing. Like y'all see the smile on this face. I love it. So here's the thing. If you have green stalks, I'm gonna put one kohlrabi in each pocket, right? Because we're like testing the limits, for me anyway, testing the limits and all that stuff, right? I tried to go grow kohlrabi in my hydroponics. It didn't work, so I'm going to try it again. No soil in the house long term for me. The bugs drive me crazy. I can't take it. Imagine if I was sitting here like swiping at bugs the whole stream. Like I can't do it. And I do have one of those bug zappers. I think Nikki from the OCD-ish chick, she gave me a recommendation and I used that and it did its job. But I don't want to have to put it into use as early this year. The bugs, the fungus gnats, oh my goodness. Yeah. So it got evicted. The GreenStalks, I feel like once they're outside, you can't come back inside. Now, I do have soil inside. Let me show you, right? So, for those of you that haven't realized it yet, I was not a GreenStalk affiliate before. Oh. Thank you, Pepper Rookie. Appreciate it. You guys are amazing, amazing. So, I am now a GreenStalk affiliate. So they sent me their new color, right? I don't have the lights on over here. They haven't germinated, but you'll see this. I have to go back and check, Jacqueline. I have to go back and check. So this is their new, where's the light? Maybe I'll turn on the light so you can kind of see it better. But this is the new dragonfly color. They are going to come out with a planter for this, but here's the soil that's inside. I just did this the other night. Here's some greens that I'm growing inside. So I have some collard greens, and then I'm testing out their little plant marker. It's very nice, right? So I like the color, and I love that for me, right? I love the color. So we did some inside, and what I did was, remember last year how the soil was washing out of the bottom? So I had a recommendation from Susie over at GreenStalk. She told me not to use this the seed starting mix, right? She told me to use a potting soil in them. So I had some leftover. Where is the light, y'all? Walk into the light, Carolyn. Sorry, y'all. I couldn't help myself. It's even more beautiful with the light on. I'm going to turn the light on just for a little bit. All right, there we go. So check it out. The color is beautiful, right? So there's a code in my description of my videos. There's a code on my post tab. They're having a sale right now. If you're going to get the seed starting trays, they're on sale right now. The plant tags are on sale right now. So yeah, I planted a bunch of stuff. I probably need to come in here and mist it. What is this right here? Blue Max collards. So these are my grandmother's collards. Last weekend we are on one of my videos. I did a giveaway. I like that they snap in. So yeah, I'll probably get that color GreenStalk and do that. And then I think I showed you guys earlier, right? Let's see. Do you sift your potting soil for seed starting? I did not sift this one. I'll probably see you later, Peach. Have a great day. What I'll probably do is, let's see. What I'll probably do is I'll start another one, but check it out. My broccoli is already coming up. Now, one disappointing thing, Jacqueline, don't be disappointed. I'm not going to split these. I'm simply going to take the snips and thin them out. I'm not doing that. It was kind of stressful for me last year, and I don't want to do it. Some are bigger than others. I need to remove the tops on some of the ones that are coming. So look, see it's peeking out here? It's peeking out. But, Jacqueline, help me out here. You and Unique. Why my lettuce not coming up like it should? So you can kind of see down here, the lettuce is kind of, let me do this. See the lettuce is kind of coming up here? But the other pockets, not so much. Forgot to put this back here. It's not supposed to take lettuce this long. What did she say? I'm trying the few plants in your hydroponics with leche balls. If it works, it's a game changer. You hate those sponges. Oh, so you're putting the little balls inside of the do you have a video on that? Or like, yeah, let me know. So what I plan on doing today with you guys was planning out this one. No lettuce in this one. It doesn't grow well in this one. Oh, you love how the light tilts back? Thank you. Some type of lettuce can take up to 7 days. We did this last weekend. This was last Saturday. It's been 7 days. 7 whole days till listen, it's not working. And y'all know how I feel about plants. So if you saw my short, my patience is not that great. I am not so much a second chance gardener. So I think I have enough water to start up another hydroponic system here. So what type of lettuce? There's the romaine has germinated. I think I planted your outrageous lettuce in it. What else? Some salad bowl lettuce. Nothing is coming up in here. What else? Black seeded Simpson. So the outrageous looks like it's coming up. The 2 romaines are coming up. What else? Black seeded Simpson. The salad bowl lettuce isn't coming up at all. I might evict it. I might wash out the sponge and try again. Also want to try, you know what are you guys talking? I'm going to go back to the computer for 1 minute before we set up this last hydroponic system. I want to know what you guys are salad bowl never works for you. Okay. I need to look up these. What is it called? LECH. Oh, leca ball. Is it called leca balls? That is what my my grandmother's hydroponics use. My question though, yeah, G Mama has something on her channel. You're stealing that for your short. Okay, I don't know. Hydroton. Y'all got me Googling all types of stuff. I'll show you in a minute. Hydroton. I'm going to show images. Let me show everybody what we're talking about here for hydroponics. Because I don't like the sponges. I'm going to be honest with you. And I like that you can kind of wash these out. So you see that? Maybe we'll so you put these inside the baskets and put the seeds in there. Yeah, they're the same. I want to try that. Maybe we'll all try it together. I might do it on a stream with one of these hydroponic systems. So let me just ask you, when you do that, right? Put you here and grab this hydroponic system. When you use those, does the water come up to the ball? Like if you put the seed in the top, in the little balls, it just comes up. I would assume it does the same thing. Bayou uses those in a bucket. Okay. So what I do have to do is move this one up here so I could put this one here, I think. Yeah. So un momento. We got to do some moving first, y'all. We got to do some moving first. Will it fit up top? It will. But that just means I have to move this over. And I also have my step stool up here. The only problem with this is I'm now going to have to stand on the step stool to look at this lettuce to see how it's doing. Am I going to have to turn it? Yep. In order for the plug to work, which is fine. I won't get to see it all the way in. I think it sat on the top last season too. There we go. Can I turn it? How many plugs is here? What I might do is just do a different plug over here. So let me see what you guys are saying. Hey Roshita, welcome in. Good morning. My stomach is growling. I am hungry. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Roshita. We've been having a good time over here today. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm having a good time. So I want to turn this, y'all, because I like for my stuff to be face forward. There we go. Boom. All right. So the reason why I have to put this one here. Do I have to put this one here? It's because the light on the plug here. So we cleaned this one out before. Everybody's doing pretty good this morning. So we were talking about, let's do a little catch up. We were talking about how if you had to grade your garden, Jacqueline, I don't know if you graded your garden on here. If you had to grade your garden, your summer garden from last year, right? If you had to grade it, what would it be? And what plant did the best? What plant didn't do so well? Grade it for us. I want to move the plug on this one to down here. Nope. Okay. How did I get all these plugs last time? Let me move it again. All right. All right. There we go. So this one is going to be on, can it fit on this shelf? Dang, I might have made a mistake. No, it's fine. All right. Love the name of, the name of the new channel is nice. Okay. So first things first, you were graded a C, but it's a user error more than the garden. How so? How so, Jacqueline? User error more than the garden. What I think I'm gonna do is, because I have so many brassicas in the seed trays. Good morning, Soul Diva. 2, 4. I think I'm missing 2, 4, 6. I think I'm missing some of my. Let me just make sure before. So in moving, you misplace things a lot, and that is no bueno. But also, we may not fill all the holes on this. Yeah, I'm missing 2. I don't like that at all. Maybe we won't fill it all the way. Yeah, that might be what we won't do. We'll leave the 2 holes at the back open. I am going to start some seeds. My lettuce isn't coming up the way I want it to, so I'm going to start a few more lettuces and then a few more. I'm going to try the little pak choys in here. So, good morning, Grumpy Bulldog. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. So we're going to go, where's my seed thing? I have a cup of water to soak some sponges. Do they get overcrowded? So the hydroponic systems, I don't plan on leaving the plants in there. They're going to go out in the garden. But if you leave plants in there, so this is going to be the first planting of the season, because what I'm going to do is, once the brassicas get big enough, I'm going to put them outside. So But when it's winter time and I plant them out, I'm not going to plant all the holes so that it's not overcrowded, if that makes any sense. Um, you said you keep saying you're going to do the choys but never bought the seeds. Okay. Should try. So I'm going to try some choys this morning that aren't big. First time in a raised bed, planted too much. Also didn't not account for plants being hid by others. Pole beans have hidden the squash and cucumbers. Um, but you did fertilize and it helped. I gave up on I didn't give up on the raised bed, but I gave up on the raised bed. I just after a while, I stopped trying to prune. I stopped everything. I'm simply harvesting and pulling stuff out of the raised bed now. So I pulled out all the green beans. I pulled out one complete side of the cucumbers. The patty pan squash are pulled out. And I pulled out the celery because I saw some buggy bugs in there. Y'all know I don't like bugs, so that had to hit the road. The basil is still there. 2 tomato plants are still there. I think today we're going to go over there, pull out the other side of cucumbers. I think it's done. Oh, habitual. I go live every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, unless I'm out of town. So, and I'm scheduled to be out of town the weekend of the 21st and then that Saturday the 29th. So I go live every weekend, every Saturday and Sunday. So it probably didn't seem like it before. It's because I had some life challenges and I took like a little YouTube break. But I'm back now. Where are my sponges at? Here they go. So yeah, we go live every weekend. Tag, how are you? Tag, you also should be getting something in the mail. Yeah, I have been out of town and life was lifing over here. Good morning, Tag. Tag has some very interesting things on her channel. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I only need 10 sponges today. And the raised bed was a 15 to 20 minute drive. So you will not be doing, okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So what I think I'm gonna do is buy those little balls that you guys were talking about, and I am going to try them in that hydroponic system right there. Good morning, Habitual, and everybody else in this. Yeah, good morning, Grumpy. Listen, Tag, that bucket that you have with the soapy water, that's full of bugs. Yeah, I just need you to tell me if that's really full of bugs, because I kept rewinding and I was like, that can't be. But then you kept throwing more bugs in it, so I was like, it must be full of bugs. Is that full of bugs? I want you to tell me and everybody else. I'm trying to push these sponges down here, y'all. Got my labels here, got my baskets in there. I know Super Chat goal already reached. You know, I set a goal. So the funny part about that is, right, I set a goal every weekend and it bothered somebody. I'm not going to say people. It bothered somebody that I did that, right? But with this whole content creation thing, something is rubbing against my mic. Got it. Probably my hair. I'll move the mic though. Tag has a big bucket of bugs. What you gonna do with that, Tag? But I put the goal up because most of you guys know, if you're a YouTube partner, sometimes it's hard work to get there. So when I put the goal up and they say, why do you do that? It's because I can. And today you guys made me super duper happy and excited that it's there. I don't know I think she's just removing the bugs and she puts them there as punishment, because I think they go to bug heaven when they hit that bucket, right? I think that's what happens. All right, so we have, you know what? I think I'll put you guys on a different, nope, I don't have my thing here. Bugs going to soap, heaven, glory. Yeah, they go to glory, right? Thank you, Habitual. Thank you for the gold coin this morning, the 5 jewels. Appreciate it. So y'all know I learned this from Jacqueline, where I write on here what's planted, so that way I don't have to draw it in a notebook. I don't have the seeds that I want to plant there though. What I'm looking for are my, it's because I can. I have these little purple pak choys that I want to try. Y'all see, this case has had better days. Oh, what'd I do with them? I just had them last weekend. Where are they? And I'm going to plant some more lettuce since the other lettuce is not. I'm going to be raining lettuce in a little while. I'm pulling out the library. All right. Where are they? My little purple. Y'all know that's going to bother me. I don't like when I can't find what I'm looking for. So the little purple bok choy, here they are, pepper ladies. So I'm gonna try these, some of these in here with some lettuce. And do I have mustards out? Pulling out the library. You know it's true, Chaz, going to glory. It's a spectacle, little friends, and they too shall know what their fate may be. It's the whole concept that I saw you pull a bug off a plant and throw it in a bucket. I rewinded. I was like, wait, is that bucket full of those bugs? Yo, I thought that was hilarious. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the Marvel of Four Seasons lettuce that I got from Jacqueline. The little pak choys. Green Towers romaine. We already have romaine. What else? There was another lettuce that did really well for me. I don't remember which one it was. Butter Crunch. It wasn't Butter Crunch. We love Baker Creek seeds. Yes, we do. Oak leaf. Salad bowl. We don't want any more to salad bowl. It did not do great. Winter density. Little gem. Black. You know what? Let's plant some more black seed at Simpson. You know what I don't have anymore? I don't have the, what is it called? The Lola Rosa? Did I plant it all? It's all gone. Oh, you told your kids that you're doing a small winter garden this season? Are you really though? 2, 4, 6, 10. Okay, so we'll do 4 of one thing. We'll maybe do 4 of the little bok choys and then the rest. So that way if we grow 4 of them, that should be enough to let us see how they are and if we like it. She said we're doing a small, I don't know if I believe you with the small hydroponics. Let me bring my chair over. Make it easier for myself. You ordered Baker Creek this week. What'd you get? What did you get? So, water. So let me tell you what's so commendable about you, Jacqueline, is you actually wait till you need the seeds. You don't order seeds just because, like how some of us do. You don't order seeds just because you want them. So we know that I cleaned out this system. I've had this water sitting for quite some time. This one takes 5 liters. So I have more water over here. I might have to come back and put some more water later, which is okay. And I'm also not going to, I'm trying to prevent okay, this was just enough. These two. Now I have to refill these 2 bottles. These 2 bottles is what I'm living off of in this space. Hey, Joshua. I don't know what that number is for, but I don't think I like it. Yeah, you said that I'm short. Yes, I did used to play basketball. Point guard. Back in, what year did I graduate from high school? I don't want to age myself, but yes. Crossover vibes would be accurate. From time to time, I will play with, my daughter doesn't play basketball, but my niece does. And so I will play with her because she is taller, but we will play together when I go see her. So Soul Diva, that's a great observation, and you're absolutely correct. And it doesn't hurt that I wear the little swoosh pants all the time. You bought Black Magic Watermelon for next year. You saw a YouTube heirloom, and you could save the seeds. Okay. Okay. So let's go back to summer for a second. How many of you guys have pulled out any plants? How many of you guys have pulled out any plants and you started saving the seeds from it? Habitual, you didn't know I was short? I think, or are you being facetious? Because I know that I tell people all the time that I'm short. That's so funny. So, Purple Lady Bok Choy. What is today's date? The 8th. So, 8/8. Purple Lady Bok Choy. You're saving seeds even in tomatoes? Oh, I don't look short? I'm very short. And I'm okay with that. So yeah. Savings. How are you saving your tomato seeds? Because I heard that tomato seeds, if you don't save them the right way, that it stinks. I'm like 5'1" habitual. So very short over here. And I'm okay with that. It's all good, Nichols. I'll be back live tomorrow if you want to come hang out. Maybe those shells just a small. The very average. You're tall to me. Purple Lady Bok Choy grows beautifully in hydroponics. Tastes good in salads. So I was gonna make some. What do they call those soups? Where you put the choys inside of it. Same height as your mom. That's what I had planned on. Let me get a napkin here because I'm about to make a watery, wet mess over here. So this system is named after my niece. You guys know I name my hydroponic systems. Also, because Shelly's system has teeter-tottered out. It did a good job last season. Not hot, what is it called? Like lo mein or whatever type of soup. That's what I'm gonna make. And I'm gonna drop the choice in it. I've seen it done online. Yes. So diva. And I think that you could relate because I think I saw you on a video. And are you a basketball head too? Uh, what is Shelly gonna come back and watch? If, but yeah, me and Shelly are relatively um relatively the same height, I think. So I don't want to oversee these. I'm gonna put two in each. My favorite sport is my favorite sport to watch is football. I'm an avid fantasy football player. My favorite sport to play is basketball. So I'm only putting two in each. These are fairly new seeds, and I don't want to have to thin out. And I think growing two in each is fine. Chanel, did you only grow one per pod for your purple lady? You know Donzel gonna bring up the height thing with Shelly during y'all's live stream. All right. Volleyball only. I like to watch basketball, but I'm so behind the times on basketball lately that I don't know the players anymore. If they weren't players from like mainstream from when I was coming up, that sounds weird. Then I'm not as up on basketball as I used to. Track and field. Whoa. I think my daughter will do good at track and field. So what I'm doing now is I'm just putting the stickers back in here for the ones that have the bok choy. I'm doing 4 of them. Gonna put them in some type of soup. I heard that I could probably do a stir fry in them as well. So that might be an option. Gotta love track. Shantae, you a track person too? I'm not trying to be funny, but it don't look like you like to run. I like running in basketball is different, but just running for the sake of running, I can't do it. Shelly is no, I think me and Shelly are like she likes to say that she's taller by like a quarter of an inch, but we're like the same height, honestly. I mean, debate me on that. Oh, the 1600, and that's long. No, thank you. I just, yeah. I attribute track and field to outdoor track and field, and it's hot outside. I can't be running out there in that heat. So we got the little purple lady planet. I put 2 seeds in each. Prayers that this does what it's supposed to do. So now what we're going to try is this Marvel of 4-season lettuce. I'll run if I'm being chased. Absolutely. Me too. You're not trying to beat Toby. Me neither. So I'm going to do 3 and 3. Track and field is much fun. I was short distance 50. Look at y'all track people in there. Why these lettuce seeds don't look like how I thought they was going to look at them. Marvel of 4 Seasons. Good morning, MD Zur. Good morning. Okay. But at my good ripe age now, I ain't running nowhere. I might do a jog. But yeah, I'm not running anywhere as of late. So I'm gonna do 3 and 3. I walk on the treadmill. I'll even run on the tread. Like not run. I'll jog. I'll jog on the treadmill. Thank you, moderators. Mods, if you can drop your channels. I say it before and I say it all the time. I have some of the best moderators in the world. You guys are wonderful. Chanel, I still forgot to do yours. I'll do it after the stream today. Because She got a lot of good pictures over there and interacting with that content over there. Beautiful, beautiful pictures of her garden, right? Four Seasons, your knees aren't allowed to run anymore. Age and military. Yeah. That's right. A garden, let me go back to that comment, right? A garden doesn't grow overnight. It grows with patience, care, and a little love every day. That's a great quote. I love that quote. I barely walk. You're right. I barely walk. Now I barely walk. But I have a significant situation why I do that. Jacqueline, how many of these seeds am I putting in these pods? Because it's lettuce, so I feel like I can kind of overseed it a little bit. Where my glasses at? How many seeds go in these pods? Two? Oh, I thought you were going to say more than two. Okay, two it is. My fingers are kind of wet. These seeds are so tiny. I hope they're going down in there and not on the side of the sponge. So the good thing about this is the reason why I wrote the date is because I learned something very amazing. Is to keep track of how long they've been planted so that I know when it's time for them to kind of like teeter out. So that's why we get plenty of these seeds. You did track for 1 year and it was and it was terrible. I grow tomatoes. Gardening is excellent exercise. That's right. When I'm out in the garden, I hit my steps goal every single time I'm out in the garden. Because it's like you're going back and forth so much into the different plants and pulling stuff out. Some of the stuff is kind of hard to get out. So yeah. Gardening is excellent, excellent. I was doing a lot of lifting yesterday, putting those beds together. That was a lot of work. Your backyard is, yeah, lifting. It's a lot. I have, like the little Apple Fitness app that has the stuff. So I brought my weights over along with my yoga mat looking thing. And I'm actually going to start doing some of the strength exercising. He does it all the time, Four Seasons. He can't help. It's like he can't help himself. You guys ever have that one sibling that does the little thing like get really close to your face like I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you? That's Rich. He's very, very picky. Except for he knows his limits and he knows not to get too close because I got like a really good real good hit and go thing. Yes, I do hit him from time to time. You played softball too, softball. Only did 1 year track. I played softball since a kid. That's nice. Look at all the athletes in here. Your brother's like that too. We all got that one sibling that just, he can't help himself. And this is we're gonna do more black-seeded Simpson. You hit the steps in the garden, that's the only workout you need? Okay. Black-seeded Simpson. So what's gonna happen here is, you play tennis? Okay. What's gonna happen here is, once the brassicas get planted out in the garden, we're gonna start replacing the hydroponics with the cucumbers, the tomatoes. Of course, we're gonna keep the lettuce going, but we're gonna be able to harvest stuff. Oh, I did that one. Put it over here. We're gonna be able to keep doing stuff all winter long. That's the goal. They're like all caught up. Rugby, that's a oh, you play tennis on? I got that Wii too. I haven't played with my Wii in so long, but it is a workout. You can get a good sweat with the Wii. Brother, maybe we'll hook up the Wii when you come up. I am from a big family. I'm gonna try what she just said. I only put 2 seeds in here for the black seeded Simpson. Maybe that's what happens. Maybe I overseeded too much. Maybe that's why it didn't come up in the other one. Or maybe these seeds are old. I don't think they're old because I just got them last year. Shaz, I like your setup. You want your inside garden room like yours. Thank you. So this is a new setup here. And the reason why I'm putting my garden, well, stuff inside of an office, when the renovation is done, I'll have a standalone office. And if I like it, this setup a lot, then I'll have a similar setup afterwards. You know you ain't gonna win. How you know I'm not gonna win? I'm actually very good at sports, brother. My brother has what do we call it? A sore winner mentality. If he wins, he likes to rub it in a lot. But here's the thing, I'm not my child, and I might, whoop up on him. So we might set up the Wii when you get here. You're learning from me with the hydro op. Listen, I'm trying all the things. So I need my domes. Where do I have extra domes here somewhere. If I can find them. All right, so y'all know that the bottom shelf is storage. And I have domes here. Here we go. You know what I was looking for the other day? I was looking for this dibbler and I couldn't find it because I put it somewhere where it shouldn't have been. All right. Tennis on the Wii. Yeah. Last night you went outside pitch black while it was pouring rain to save your ripe tomatoes. I wish if I was at my house, I probably would have did the same thing because I had a lot of tomatoes that had ended up splitting. Next Thursday, I think, is when that video will drop of me doing a check-in and the amount of tomatoes that I went to the bed just because I'm not there to get them. I have a neighbor that lives next door that will go get them, but I kind of don't want them in my garden like that. Since some rain, it rains here, like it's been raining here like all the time. All right, we got the domes on. So one thing that I did before that I'm not doing this time is I'm not putting the nutrients in it right now. What I want to do is I want to wait until I see something sprout and then I'll add the nutrients in. I did the same thing the last time. This hydroponic system, I'm looking at the shelves and I should put Esther on that shelf because of how this light is. Yeah, I kind of don't want to send them over there. How you doing, Foxy Brown? So let me add this hydroponics. We'll do like a little recap briefly. Be very careful because I don't want to make a mess and spill a whole bunch of water. I plugged it in. Here we go. Run it right through the back. And the plug on this one is on the light. So let me lift it so I can plug it in. Okay, let me lift it some more so I can plug it in. right, here we go. Why is it? Vegetables. There we go. So look at that. We got 3 systems going. 1 left. We need to purchase another one. This one, let me just show you. So I'll show you the 3 that we have and I'll describe what I have. And then I'll let you guys go. So this one is the garden cube, right? The light tilts up, has less pockets, very small and compact. This one is an A-Hope garden. You see there? I don't know why this light says add water. I got to figure that out and troubleshoot. How do I use Discord? I use Discord to chat with people. People post pictures, they post questions. Some of my video links go in there. And this one too is an A-Hope. I like this one, is my favorite actually, because of how the light plugs in. And then I have a let pot that we got to put into play. So let me see, is the Discord link here? I will drop the Discord link and then I'm going to let you guys go because we're going to be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. sharp. I'm going to run over to the other property after I fix myself some food. So come on over to Discord, and that's just basically a platform that we're using to chat with people. The Let Pot is not my favorite, Soul Diva. Just to be honest with you, it's not my favorite. I'm going to drop in these chats. Check out my moderators. What else? Chaz, when you transplant your seeding, hold on, I'm going to grab this. When you transplant your seedlings from hydroponics, do you keep the soil saturated? If so, I'm going to answer your question and then we'll come to, my favorite is the A-Hope garden, the white one named Esther. You can find it on Amazon. I might even tag it to this live stream. So to answer your question, Foxy, when I transplant my hydroponics, I make sure that the soil that I transplanted it in is very saturated, right? And then I ease it on off. And when I transplant them at first, they look a little sad, but after a day or two, they perk right back up, right? So that is how I do transplanting. We'll do some on the channel. Thank you for the star. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you for the star. Some people in the chat do have houseplants. We're going to talk about houseplants on another stream as well. So I have taken you guys over your time today. I try not to hold you guys hostage and do all those things. Did I drop all the moderators? I don't know. But we'll drop them again tomorrow. Thank you, everybody that helped me hit my goal today. I really appreciate it. So we had an awesome time today. On today's chat. We talked about grading your gardens. Make sure you're not too hard on yourself, right? So we noticed a lot of being hard on yourself today. We don't need to be hard on ourselves. Gardening is supposed to be fun and enjoyable, but we also take it very, very serious, right? So I'll see everybody hopefully again tomorrow, 7 a.m. sharp. We will be here. There will be some stuff dropping on the channels. You guys get to see some sneak previews, if you've been watching the channel, of me on my own podcast, some of the questions that I was asked and how I answered them. So stay tuned to the shorts and all the content dropping and things like that. So until next time, I see you later. Peace out, everybody. Have a great day on purpose.